Hello. Yesterday I was in my local ironmonger's. I think that translates to hardware store in the US. And I spotted these seed potatoes. Okay. There weren't many left in the box, and to be honest it looked as though the box was destined for the bin, because these seed potatoes are well past their best. Okay, they feel quite soft, the chits are a bit long, they've grown some roots, they're quite spindly. I'll just pop them on there. These look like that lady that has snakes growing out of her head. What do they call her? Is it, can't remember now, I'll try and remember while I'm talking. The lady that has snakes growing out of her head. Can't remember. Anyway, as you can see, these things look in imminent danger of being broken off when we plant them, don't they? So who would buy those? Nobody would buy those. They're destined for the bin. But here at Homegrown Veg we like a challenge. Okay, so this is a potato called Rocket. It's an early, and we are in the middle of May now in the UK, and these potatoes should have been in at least a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. So we've got them late and they're a bit overdeveloped, and it looks as though we'll probably break them when we plant them. So why did we get them? Why not? Why not? We like a challenge at Homegrown Veg. We've got some soil from last year that we're going to reinvigorate. This has come from one of my smallest compost piles in the world, so there will be some goodness in this, but we're going to put some more goodness in it, and we're going to be extra careful when we plant these rocket seed potatoes that we don't break off these chits. Okay, now I'm only going to do one on camera, but the other three I'll do exactly the same, and then we'll see how they go. Now these have got to be the latest, earliest potatoes being sown in the UK this year. Having said that, somebody's going to tell me no they're not, but I've said it and I'm not going to edit it out. Okay, so we'll move these out of the shot for the time being. Look at that guy, looks as though it's going to fall off at any moment, doesn't it? Very fragile. We need to take our time with these. How are we going to plant that without breaking those off? You've seen some of my previous videos, you know the answer. Okay, so we'll just dump this in the barret. It's already been out of this pot, as you can see. It's well broken up. What we're going to do, we're going to add some potato fertilizer to it. This is a 6-10-10 fertilizer, and if we just do that, I think that's enough, don't you? Just enough. Okay, we'll mix this in. How's your earlies coming on, by the way? I've got to tell you, the ones I started, the fast starts, they must be 2 or 3 foot tall now and in flower. Now they're early potatoes. This is an early potato that we're going to be planting today, and it's a mile behind. But hey, it's a challenge, as we've said. We like a challenge at Homegrown Veg, don't we, Molly? Molly's lying on the grass behind me. I don't know if you can see Molly. Okay, how does this go? 2 inches in the bottom. 1, 2. It's got to be 2 inches. Okay. We'll choose. Which one shall we choose? We'll choose this one because this is the one that's most likely to break off, isn't it? When we fill this pot. But hey, watch this. Seen this before. Pop bottle with the end cut off. I'll just recover this seed potato and show it's going to happen. This pop bottle is going to sit over that, like that. Hope you can see that. I mean, it's a bright sunny day here, I'm not too sure what you're getting. This pop bottle is going to sit over that and protect those chits, protect that top growth as we fill this pot. Now, I think that's important because these potatoes will have expended quite a bit of energy to produce the roots that they've produced and produce that top growth that they've produced. So we don't want to break it off because we don't want them to have to start again. We want to retain what we've got. So we'll put this over to protect that, and then we'll fill the pot. Okay. None of this soil at the moment is in contact with those chits. Now, I can see it, I'm pretty sure you probably can't. It's just sitting in there, nothing's touching it. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this up to the camera and just see if we can't get a shot of this. Can you see that in there? Probably not. I've no idea what you're getting, but it's sitting in there. We could be out of focus, we could be out of shot, I've no idea. Right, now normally I would fill this pot right up, but I want to try and show you what's actually happening here if I take this off. Okay. Now then, we've still got our chits, we've still got our top growth. I hope you can see that. None of this soil has touched that top growth yet, so it hasn't broken it off. So what we do is, if I'd filled this pot up, I would simply take that pop bottle off. But as you can see, look, there they are, still standing tall. I'll just finish it off by doing this. Normally I would just fill the pot as I've said, but that was just to let you see how it's done. There we go. That's it. And all that top growth still intact, nothing broken off. All those roots still intact, nothing broken off. And that's rocket. That's one rocket early potato planted in the middle of May with top growth and roots, chits on it that long. You would never buy those. They're bound to get damaged unless you do this. You plant them using a pop bottle. These are the latest early potatoes going in the UK. They'll probably be the latest early potatoes harvested in the UK. But if you stay with me, you'll see these guys harvested in 2 to 3 months time, I would think. Okay, so this is Homegrown Veg signing out. Let me just see if I can get Molly in this shot if she isn't already in it before we go. There she is. It's a bit too warm for Molly today. Mo, it's a bit too warm for you today, isn't it, sweetheart? Yeah. We've been out for a walk. We'll go out again when it cools down, once I get these other 3 potatoes planted.